I'm Dr. Genevieve Milnes from Psychology Australia. In this session, I'll be talking about post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder follows the experience of an event that involves violence, death, or injury that produces fear, helplessness, and horror that is re-experienced in flashbacks so that the person feels numb to the point of being socially impaired and tries to avoid any reminders of the event. The sort of events that can trigger PTSD include sexual assault, serious or fatal car accidents, muggings and robbery, being kidnapped, tortured or incarcerated, experiencing disaster, or having been diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. The diagnosis of PTSD should not be made until at least 1 month after the event. PTSD is more common in situations of social upheaval, but has been found to affect about 8% of the adult population in the United States of America. There is also some evidence that first-degree relatives of those who have suffered PTSD have an increased vulnerability to it. Julian had been born in war-torn Europe during the Second World War. As a young man, he had witnessed death and destruction from which he had narrowly escaped. After assuming a false identity and working in a town for some time, he wanted to escape across the border before his ruse was found out. At the border, he was pursued by dogs and came to a river that he couldn't cross because he couldn't swim. Captured, he spent many months in prison before being released to a work gang. After the war, he emigrated to Australia in an attempt to find a new life. He came to the clinic because he was still being troubled 20 years later with recurrent dreams about the river he couldn't cross, and he would wake up screaming. During waking hours, he acted as though the river dilemma was still present by spending hours swimming up and down the local pool. Any reminder of the war set off intense reactions in his mind, and he would have outbursts of anger. He would find it difficult to relax or concentrate, and he would often act as if he was startled. Julian also found it difficult to form close relationships with others, and went through a series of relationships that were usually terminated by his partners, claiming that he didn't love them. If you're concerned that you or someone you care about may be suffering from PTSD, then I recommend you have a chat with a psychologist because professional help is available. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, there's lots of free helpful information on the Psychology Australia website.